Hi friends, we are continuing on salvation under circumcision. In the shadows, Genesis 17:13, he that is born in thy house, and he that is bought with thy money, must needs be circumcised. And my covenant shall be in your flesh for an everlasting covenant. 14, and the uncircumcised man child, whose flesh of his foreskin is not circumcised, that soul shall be cut off from his people. He hath broken my covenant. In Romans 2:29, but he is a Jew which is one inwardly, and circumcision is that of the heart. You see, circumcision is an eternal phenomenon. Circumcision has only changed from physical circumcision to spiritual circumcision in the body of Christ. Today we have the circumcision of the heart. Let's look at this graphical explanation. We have the perfect man, the original man Adam, who had the body, the soul, and the spirit. Okay? And then now Adam fell at the garden by eating what he was not supposed to eat. And then he remained with the body and the soul, and the spirit became inactive, as you see here. Okay? He remained with the body, the soul, and the spirit became inactive, as you see here. That is when he became a dying soul, not a living soul. All right? Now, today when we get born again, this is what is happening. All right? You have got the flesh, which is the me, we'll explain. And then now we have got these cuts. This is the circumcision. That's Caesar, the circumcision. Something must be put off. Something must be cut off. The body of the sins of the flesh is cut off here, so that it separates the flesh and the soul. Do you see the soul here? But if you see the soul here, it is what? It is sealed with the word, with the spirit of promise. Sealed means nothing goes in and nothing goes out. This is how you look like as a believer now. There is a gap between the flesh and the word and the soul, and your soul is sealed with the spirit of promise. Let's look at this one, that you will notice that in Colossians 2 verse 11, Christ circumcised with the spiritual circumcision. He did it himself, putting off the body of the sins of the flesh, thereby separating the flesh from the soul and sealing the soul with the spirit of promise. You see that? The sins of the flesh cannot affect the soul. Take note of that. Sin cannot take you to hell, my friend, because it cannot affect your soul. Since the soul is sealed with the spirit of promise, meaning nothing will get into your soul and nothing will go out of your soul, because your soul is sealed by the spirit. Okay? Like that chasm between the department of torment and Abraham's bosom in Luke chapter 16. That is why Paul says in Romans 7:20, now if I do that I would not, it is no more I that do it. It is no more I that do it, but sin that dwelleth in me, that is in my flesh. So you see, there are two persons, if you like, in Paul. The me and the I, which are independent from each other spiritually. It is the me that sins, not the I, because the I cannot sin. You see that? 1 John chapter 3 verse 9 explains that better. Whosoever is born of God doth not commit sin, for his seed remaineth in him, and he cannot sin because he is born of God. So the sealed soul, that is the I, is born of God and cannot sin. It is the Holy of Holies. The flesh, that is the me, is not born of God. That is why nothing good dwells in it. My flesh can never be saved. So, you see, once you are saved, you are always saved. You see, this explains us. All right? Now, believe in the DBR and be saved now. Don't delay, my friend. Thank you very much. Hope you got some illumination out of this. Lots of love. Shalom.